We deliver an experience that seamlessly integrates the power of technology with the warmth of human connection. Tech-powered, customer-centered, we're committed to delivering proactive, personalized service, leveraging technology to simplify your financial needs. Anytime, anywhere. Technology empowers us, but our people drive us. Our team delivers unparalleled service, committed to understanding your aspirations and empowering your financial future. Putting you first is our priority. As your trusted partner, UnionBank blends expertise with groundbreaking solutions to deliver exceptional experiences, enabling you to live the life you deserve. From building your financial foundation to achieving your most ambitious goals, we're with you every step of the way, empowering you to bank the way you live. UnionBank, next level banking, unlocked.
We'll now commence the meeting with the national anthem. Please rise.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, telas ng sigananan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manluluping, di ka pasisingil, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong pagaw, ay hinagang tulad, awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawag mo'y tagumpay na naghihingi, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magtitingin. Lumalang araw ng walhaging pagsinta, buhay ang langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya ng partay mag-aami, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
It is my pleasure to introduce the members of the Board of Directors who are present at today's meeting. Chairman Ramon I. Aboitiz. Vice Chairman Dr. Justo A. Ortiz. Mr. Sabin M. Aboitiz. Mr. Samel A. Aboitiz. Mr. Jose Emmanuel U. Hilado. Ms. Nina D. Aguas. Mr. Robert Joseph M. Declaro. Mr. Victor Alfonso A. Limlingan. Mr. Roberto G. Manabat. Mr. Manuel D. Escueta. Mr. Josiah L. Go. Attorney Francisco Ed Lim. Mr. Honorio G. Poblador IV. President and Chief Executive Officer Ana Maria Aboitiz Delgado, and Board Nominee Mr. Iker M. Aboitiz. Furthermore, the Management Committee and key officers of UnionBank, representatives from their external auditor, CICIP Gores Velayo and Company, are participating in the 2025 ASM through a live virtual webcast. Chairman Ramon I. Aboitiz will now preside over this meeting.
Thank you. Dear shareholders and guests, good afternoon. I welcome you all to the 2025 Annual Shareholders Meeting of UnionBank. On behalf of the board, I'd like to thank our valued stockholders who are participating at today's meeting via live streaming, our stockholders who have voted in absentia through the bank's online voting portal, and those who submitted their proxy forms appointing the chairman as the proxy. The meeting is now called to order. May I know from the corporate secretary if we have complied with the notice requirement for this annual meeting?
Yes, we have, Mr. Chairman. In accordance with the bank's bylaws, with the revised Corporation Code of the Philippines, I have caused to be duly served the notice of this meeting containing the quick response code of the definitive information statement to all stockholders of UnionBank as of the record date of March 17, 2025, by email for those stockholders who have given their email addresses. Furthermore, the electronic copies of the notice and definitive information statement, as well as the requirements and procedures for registration to participate through remote communication and vote electronically in absentia, were posted on the bank's website and disclosed to the Philippine Stock Exchange Inc.'s EDGE portal and the Philippine Dealing and Exchange Corporation on March 17, 2025. Pursuant to the SEC notice posted on March 13, 2025, referring to the alternative mode for distributing and providing copies of the notice of meeting, information statement, and other documents in connection with the holding of annual meetings. The notice of meeting was published in the business sections of the Philippine Daily Inquirer and the Philippine Star in print and online format on March 24 and 25, 2025. The last publication was made 31 days prior to this meeting, in accordance with Article 4, Section 1C of UnionBank's bylaws and Section 49 of the Revised Corporation Code.
Mr. Secretary, please state the rules of conduct and procedures of this annual meeting.
Mr. Chairman, our stockholders have been notified of the rules of conduct and procedures of this meeting as enumerated in the explanation of agenda items attached to the notice of meeting, which forms part of the definitive information statement. The details of the requirements and procedures for registration to participate through remote communication and to vote electronically in absentia are set out in Annex B of the information statement, and the voting procedures on the agenda items for approval at today's meeting are provided under Item 19. The bank has engaged Sisip Gores Velayo and Company to conduct a third-party validation of the votes cast at this annual meeting.
The stockholders of record, having been duly notified of this meeting, may now know from the corporate secretary whether we have a quorum.
Based on the record of attendance at today's meeting, there are represented by proxy, by voting in absentia through the bank's online voting portal, and by participation through remote communication or live stream, 2,859,776,491 shares out of 3,316,405,584 outstanding shares of the bank as of the March 17, 2025 record date. As such, 86.23% of the total subscribed capital stock is present at today's annual stockholders meeting. I therefore certify that there is a quorum in this meeting in compliance with the requirements of the bank's bylaws, and stockholders who participate through remote communication or in absentia are deemed present for the purpose of quorum. The list of directors, officers, and stockholders who are present in this meeting and those who have submitted proxy forms will be reflected in the minutes of the meeting.
There being a quorum, we shall now take up the items of the agenda for this meeting. We will now take up first the approval of the minutes of the annual stockholders meeting held on April 26, 2024, copy of which is available on Union Bank's website and included with the information statement. Are there any comments on the minutes? If there are none, may we now have a motion to approve the minutes?
Mr. Chairman, my name is Maria Rowena S. Vasconcillo, a stockholder of Union Bank. I move that the minutes of the annual stockholders meeting held on April 26, 2024 be approved, and ratified as recorded.
I second the motion. I'm your stockholder, Alan J.C. Avila.
Thank you. It has been moved and seconded that the minutes of the annual stockholders meeting held on April 26, 2024 be approved and ratified as recorded. May I ask the corporate secretary for the voting results of the approval of the said minutes?
Mr. Chairman, as tabulated and validated by SGB, 2,854,745,810 shares, 96% of shares represented in this meeting, were cast in favor of approving the minutes of annual stockholders meeting held on April 26, 2024.
Are there any objections? There being none, the motion is carried. President and CEO Ana Maria Aboitiz Delgado will present her pre-recorded report on the financial and operating results, which includes the summary of the audited financial statements of the bank as of December 31, 2024, and the actions done by the board, its committees, and the management of the bank for the year 2024.
Good afternoon. As your new President and CEO, it is an honor to address you for the first time at this year's annual stockholders meeting. I am deeply grateful for the trust and confidence placed in me, and I look forward to building on the strong foundation that has brought UnionBank to where it is today. The year 2024 marked a defining chapter in UnionBank's journey, a year characterized by strategic milestones, strong financial performance, and the continued acceleration of our transformation agenda. As we look back, I am proud to share how we navigated the landscape, seized opportunities, and laid a solid foundation for sustainable growth. I am also grateful for the lessons we learned that have made us stronger and more resilient as an organization. One of our most significant accomplishments was the successful integration of Citi's consumer banking business. This was not merely a technical milestone, it was a strategic achievement that showcased UnionBank's capability to execute complex, large-scale transformations with both speed and precision. At the end of March 2024, we welcomed Citi's customers into our ecosystem, ensuring continuity in the high-quality services that they have come to trust and love, while enhancing their experience through UnionBank's innovation and agility. As a result, our consumer business flourished. New credit card acquisitions grew by 100% in 2024, driven by targeted campaigns, a broader product suite, and innovative digital marketing strategies. Today, UnionBank stands as the third largest credit card issuer in the country. The growth is also a reflection of the synergies we are realizing from the integration, leveraging best practices and enhanced digital capabilities such as real-time credit card approvals and digital installments. We also enhanced our strategic brand partnerships with co-brand partners like Shell and Mercury Drug, and launched new card and loan products with Samsung Finance and SNR. With the integration now complete, we are well positioned to scale and create even more value for our customers and stakeholders. Digital remains at the heart of UnionBank's growth strategy. In 2024, we reached a customer base of 17.3 million customers, with an annual average growth rate of 2.5 million new retail customers since 2019. Of these, 5.1 million are active digital customers. This is a remarkable growth rate of 8.6 times compared to pre-pandemic levels. This surge in digital adoption affirms our commitment to making banking simpler, more secure, and more accessible. Digitally opened accounts has grown 103 times since 2019, reflecting strong customer demand for frictionless financial experiences. Our UnionBank online app continues to lead in customer satisfaction and usability. It remains the most downloaded and highest rated banking app on Google Play Store, In 2024 alone, the app processed approximately 105 million fund transfer transactions. That's up 33% year-on-year. As a result of the success in digital and growth in consumer and transaction banking businesses, Union Bank achieved a record high net revenue of 79.5 billion pesos in 2024. This is a growth of 12% year-on-year, and it was fueled by strong and recurring net interest income as well as fee-based revenues. Net interest income grew to 58 billion pesos, driven by the expansion of our high-yielding consumer loan portfolio and disciplined fund cost management. Consumer loans now accounts for 61% of our total loan portfolio. This is aligned with our strategic shift toward capturing the growth in consumer segments. This has elevated our net interest margin to 6%, a 49 basis point improvement over last year. Meanwhile, fee-based income grew by 14%, reaching 21.5 billion pesos. This was driven by a growing customer base and the increased volume of transactions across payments, transfers, and credit card-related activities. Union Bank now ranks second among publicly listed banks in both net interest margin and fee to assets. Alongside this progress, 2024 brought with it an opportunity to learn and refine our efforts to tap mass and underserved retail segments through our subsidiaries, particularly in Union Digital. The learnings and insights required us to make strategic pivots to sharpen our credit and operating models for long-term sustainability and profitability. All these, coupled with disciplined cost management, led to a net income of 12 billion pesos, marking a 31% year-on-year increase. In 2024, we also made substantial progress in our ESG journey. We delivered over 1,000 training hours on sustainability, cut power consumption by 30%, and strengthened our climate resiliency frameworks. Through City Savings Pioneering Social Bond backed by the International Finance Corporation, or the IFC, we also broadened access to credit for teachers, MSMEs, and underserved sectors, further affirming our role as a responsible financial institution. Looking ahead, Union Bank is poised to go beyond digitization. We are evolving into a next-generation bank, one that blends cutting-edge technology with a deep understanding of customer needs across all generations. To achieve this, we will deliver consistent, secure, and seamless experiences across all channels. We will balance digital convenience with human connection through a high-tech, high-touch approach, and we will harness data and analytics to create more meaningful and personalized experiences. Our goal is to become more than the most digital bank. We strive to become the most relevant and trusted financial partner for the next wave of consumers and businesses, many of whom are entering their most economically active years. Now is the time to embrace this leap forward, and Union Bank is best positioned to take on leadership in this space. As we work to build a bank of enduring greatness, I would like to extend my gratitude to our board of directors for their unwavering guidance and support. To our customers, regulators, business partners, and you, our shareholders, I also thank you for your trust. And most importantly, I offer my appreciation to all Union bankers for their passion, dedication, and relentless pursuit of excellence. Together, we move forward with confidence, knowing that the future begins with you. Thank you and have a great afternoon.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Ana. Next on the agenda is the approval of the annual report of management on operations of the bank for the year 2024, indicating the bank's visions, plans, and accomplishments, including the actions done by the bank's management as reported by our President and CEO, and the audited financial statements as of December 31, 2024, which is part of the information statement and posted on the bank's website. Is there any motion to approve the annual report of management for 2024 and the audited financial statements as of December 31, 2024?
Mr. Chairman, I am Abigail Serenity Chua, your stockholder. I move that the bank's annual report of management on operations for the year 2024 and the audited financial statements as of December 31, 2024 be approved.
I second the motion. My name is Jenna Diaz Cruz, a Union Bank stockholder.
Thank you. It has been moved and seconded that the annual report of management on operations for the year 2024 and the audited financial statements as of December 31, 2024 be approved. May I ask the corporate secretary for the voting results of the approval by the stockholders?
Mr. Chairman, as tabulated and validated by SGV, 2,853,754,426 shares, or 99.97% of shares represented in this meeting, were cast in favor of approving the annual report of management on operations for the year 2024 and the audited financial statements as of December 31, 2024.
Are there any objections? There being none, the motion is carried. We now proceed to the answer questions sent by the stockholders. May I ask our moderators to state the procedure for the open forum and the questions from stockholders, if any?
Mr. Chairman, as provided in the requirements and procedures for registration to participate through remote communication and vote electronically in absentia, which was posted on the bank's website, stockholders may send in advance their questions and/or remarks to the items in the agenda to the corporate secretary via email on or before 5 p.m. of April 24, 2025, which will be read and answered during the meeting. The bank will respond to any questions and/or remarks that were not answered during the meeting in writing to the stockholder's email address. Mr. Chairman, we received a question from stockholder Eileen Ortega sent via email through the Office of the Corporate Secretary. The bank's Chief Human Resource Officer, Ms. Micaela Sofia Rubio, will answer the question. Here is the question. What is the justification of the increase of per diem for non-executive and independent directors and directors' fee of independent directors in relation to the bank's income performance and the increase in the value of its share of stocks?
Thank you for your question. The last adjustment was done 5 years ago, or year 2020 for per diem, and 8 years ago, or 2017 for fees. Benchmarking across industry standard is due. The relationship of the board of directors per diem and fees to net income and share price is indirect, but important. We have an active, engaged, and working board who lend their valuable expertise to the organization. Hence, their compensation should be competitive versus market. Their leadership and oversight are essential to the next Gen Bank's success.
Thank you for that response, Ms. Rubio. Any questions relative to the agenda items presented at this live webcast may be submitted to the Office of the Corporate Secretary via email as shown on the screen. The bank's answer will be sent to the stockholders' email addresses. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
There are no other questions. So next in the agenda is the ratification of the actions of the board, its committees, and the actions of the management of the bank for the year ended 2024, as reported by our President and CEO, as well as those prior to the date of the annual meeting. These pertain to all contracts, investments, and resolutions issued, and all other acts and proceedings which were done in the ordinary course of business, and when appropriate, have been subject to disclosures to the Securities and Exchange Commission, the Philippine Stock Exchange, the Philippine Dealing and Exchange Corporation, and the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. together with material related party transactions disclosed in Note 32, pages 132 to 138 of the audited financial statements, which is attached in the definitive information statement in accordance with the revised corporate code and enumerated under item 5 of the information statement. The table on the screen shows the summary of material RPTs in 2024. These transactions were conducted fairly, comply with applicable laws and regulations, and were done at arm's length basis.
Mr. Chairman, I am Jennifer V. Dituco, a stockholder of Union Bank. I move to ratify and approve the actions and decisions made by the board, its committees, and the management of the bank for the year ended 2024, as reported by our President and CEO, as well as those prior to the date of annual meeting, together with the material related party transactions disclosed in Note 32, pages 132 to 138 of the audited financial statements and enumerated under item number 5 of the information statement, as well as the summary of the material RPTs in 2024.
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion. I am Maria Rowena S. Vasconcillo, Union Bank stockholder.
Thank you for that. It has been moved and seconded that the actions of the board, its committees, and the management of the bank for the year ended 2024, as reported by our President and CEO, as well as those prior to the date of annual meeting, together with the material related party transactions included in Note 32, pages 132 to 138 of the audited financial statements and enumerated under item 5 of the information statement and the summary of material RPTs in 2024 be ratified and approved. May I ask the Corporate Secretary for the voting results of the approval of this item in the agenda?
Mr. Chairman, as tabulated and validated by SGB, 2,845,753,212 shares, or 99.68% of the shares represented in this meeting, were cast in favor of approving this item of the agenda.
Are there any objections? There being none, the motion is carried. Next item on the agenda is the appointment of the external auditor of the bank for fiscal year 2025.
Mr. Chairman, I am Alan J.C. Avila, Union Bank stockholder. I move that the accounting firm of CICIP, Gores, Velayo and Company be appointed as the external auditor of the bank for the fiscal year 2025.
I second the motion. My name is Jennifer Dituco, Union Bank stockholder.
Thank you. It has been moved and seconded that the accounting firm of CICIP, Gores, Velayo and Company be appointed as the external auditor of the bank. May I ask the Corporate Secretary of the voting results of the approval of this item in the agenda?
Mr. Chairman, as tabulated and validated by SGB, 2,854,745,549 shares, or 100% of the shares represented in this meeting, were cast in favor of approving the appointment of the accounting firm CICIP, Gores, Velayo and Company as the external auditor of the bank for the fiscal year 2025.
Are there any objections? There being no objections to the appointment of CICIP, Gores, Velayo and Company as the bank's external auditor for the fiscal year 2025, the motion is carried. The next order of business is the increase of per diem and non-executive and independent directors for attending the regular board of directors meetings and the board committee meetings, and the directors' fees for independent directors as endorsed by the board of directors for approval. The approval of the increase is being requested based on an independent study of the human resource group using market information and a study on the remuneration and benefits result survey of publicly listed company. The details of the increase are shown on the screen. Do I hear a motion to approve the increase of per diems for the non-executive and independent directors and the directors' fees for independent directors?
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the increase of per diem for non-executive and independent directors and directors' fee of independent directors as endorsed by the Board of Directors. I am Jenna Diaz Cruz, a Union Bank stockholder.
I second the motion. My name is Abigail Serena Tanchua, a Union Bank stockholder.
It has been moved and seconded that the increase of per diems for non-executive and independent directors for attending the regular board meetings of the board of directors and the committee meetings and the directors' fees for independent directors and as endorsed by the board of directors be approved. May I ask the corporate secretary for the voting results of the approval of this item in the agenda?
Mr. Chairman, as tabulated and validated by SGV, 2,846,497,088 shares, or 99.71% of the shares represented in this meeting, were cast in favor of approving the increase of per diem for non-executive and independent directors and directors' fee of independent directors.
Are there any objections? There being none, the motion is carried. The final item on the agenda is the election of directors of Union Bank for the 2025-2026 term. The election of directors is conducted in accordance with the bank's bylaws, which specify a one-year term with eligibility for re-election. There are 15 board seats to be filled during this election. May I know from the corporate secretary the list of nominees for election as members of the board of directors for 2025 with the 2025 and 2026 term?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. The following individuals were nominated as members of the Board of Directors of Union Bank to serve for the 2025 to 2026 term. They were screened and deemed qualified by the Corporate Governance Committee of the bank at its meeting held on February 7, 2025. Their qualifications as directors of the bank are in compliance with the provisions of the Revised Corporation Code, existing PSP regulations, and SEC circulars. The bank did not receive any objection from stockholders when the list of nominees with their qualifications and relevant experience, length of service, training, and their board representation in other companies, as stated in the bank's definitive information statement, was posted on the bank's website and disclosed to the Philippine Stock Exchange and the Philippine Dealing and Exchange Corporation. Therefore, their nomination and election as directors of the bank will be for a term of 1 year, in accordance with the bank's bylaws and the Revised Corporation Code.
Mr. Chairman, I move that all the nominees for members of the Board of Directors be declared as duly elected directors of Union Bank to serve for a 1-year term. I am Abigail Serena T. Chua, a stockholder of the bank.
I second the motion. My name is Alan J.C. Avila, your stockholder.
It has been moved and seconded that all the nominees for members of the Board of Directors be declared as duly elected directors of the bank to serve their one-year term. Are there any objections? There being none, the motions are carried. The corporate secretary is directed to apply the votes received in favor of the 15 nominees.
Mr. Chairman, all votes cast and received by the Office of the Corporate Secretary and confirmed by the Stock Transfer Service, Inc., the stock transfer agent of the bank, have been applied. The results of the votes cast as validated by SGV are shown on the screen.
There being enough seats on the board to be filled up by all the 15 nominees, the following individuals are elected as directors of the bank to serve the ensuing one-year term, namely Ramon I. Aboitiz, Dr. Justo A. Ortiz, Ana Maria Aboitiz Delgado, Sabin M. Aboitiz, Samel A. Aboitiz, Iker M. Aboitiz, Jose Emmanuel U. Hilado, Nina D. Aguas, Robert Joseph M. Declaro, Victor Alfonso A. Limlingan, and independent directors, namely Roberto G. Manabat, Manuel D. Escueta, Josiah L. Go, Attorney Francisco Ed Lim, and Honorio G. Poblador IV. Congratulations to all our newly elected directors. We look forward to a new chapter under the leadership of Ms. Ana Maria Aboitiz Delgado, our newly appointed President and CEO, and welcome directors Victor Alfonso A. Limlingan and Iker M. Aboitiz. The business of this meeting has been concluded. May I have a motion for adjournment?
Mr. Chairman, I am Maria Rowena S. Vasconcillo, your stockholder, and I move that the meeting be adjourned.
I second the motion. I am Jennifer Dituco, your stockholder.
It has been moved and seconded that the meeting be adjourned. Are there any objections? There being none, the motion is carried and the meeting is adjourned. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everyone for attending this afternoon's annual shareholders meeting. Salamat.
This concludes the 2025 Annual Stockholders Meeting of UnionBank. Thank you all for your attendance and participation. In keeping with our post-meeting tradition and as a token of our appreciation, all stockholders and guests who have attended today's 2025 ASM Live webcast will receive their refreshments via email with redeemable voucher codes. We sincerely thank you for your continued support of UnionBank. Have a pleasant day. Thank you.
Imagine a bank that truly understands you. UnionBank is transforming banking, forging a path beyond digitalization. We deliver an experience that seamlessly integrates the power of technology with the warmth of human connection. Tech-powered, customer-centered, we're committed to delivering proactive, personalized service, leveraging technology to simplify your financial needs. Anytime, anywhere. Technology empowers us, but our people drive us. Our team delivers unparalleled service, committed to understanding your aspirations and empowering your financial future. Putting you first is our priority. As your trusted partner, UnionBank blends expertise with groundbreaking solutions to deliver exceptional experiences, enabling you to live the life you deserve. From building your financial foundation to achieving your most ambitious goals, we're with you every step of the way, empowering you to bank the way you live. UnionBank, next level banking, unlocked.